Hey yogis, I'm back. Welcome. This is your thread the needle class. We're going to do a few different variations on one of my favorite poses, thread the needle. It's a beautiful upper back unraveler, twisty kind of thing. So a couple of blocks, find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's get twisted. Okay, so we are going to start in child's pose. So go ahead, you can take your knees a little bit wider, big toes together, walk your forearms out in front, take a couple of breaths here. If your forehead doesn't comfortably come to the floor, you can grab a block and let your forehead rest on the block. Relax your shoulders, start to soften the weight of your hips down. And find your breath here. And let it be slow and easy. And maybe a lot of stuff is going on outside of your mat here, outside of your practice. See if you can bring yourself here and do yourself the favor of staying here, right? Find your breath, and before we start moving, just notice if there are any sensations in your body that are like super vocal right now. If there's any tightness, any need for something. Give yourself a moment just to acknowledge it. Like, hey, what's going on? Sore lower back, or hey, neck ache, or tight shoulders. Hey, great day that I'm having. Whatever it might be. All right, and you're gonna slide your elbows in closer to your knees here. And we're gonna do our very first thread the needle, which is my favorite variation. So we're kicking it off, starting strong. Take your right arm, cross it underneath, and you're gonna lay straight down. Left arm can walk straight forward. Let the weight of your chest relax onto that upper arm. Press your right arm into the floor. Pull your arm bone back a little bit, so you're like pulling that arm into the socket. And then spin your chest toward that right armpit. Weird but true. So we're taking the twist out of it, the open twist, right? And bring that left elbow back underneath you. Come on back up for just a moment here. Gonna lift your hips up, walk your forearms forward, take your knees back underneath you, and do a couple of rounds of cat and cow right here on your forearms. That's it. Feel your shoulder blades pull into your back, just to get off your heels for a second. One more. Stretch your chest forward toward your thumbs, and curl it in. Press your forearms into the mat. Drop your hips back to your heels. Slide your elbows in toward your knees. We're going to do the left side, right? So slide that left arm underneath. Flatten yourself straight down onto that arm. Press your left arm into the floor and drag your arm bone back into the socket. Spin your chest toward that left armpit. Oh, that's good. Slide it out. This time come all the way up into a regular old table. Cat and cow right here. And if you need to move in any other direction, right? Other than what cat and cow is, you can do that, right? Little side circles, little hip rolls, anything really. One more. And come back to your neutral spine. You're going to take your right arm, sweep it up. Even bigger, thread the needle. Come all the way underneath. Come onto that right shoulder, your right ear. Press your left hand into the floor. Feel that left hip pull back. Tops of your feet root down. You can keep your left hand right in front of your nose, or you can sweep it up. Take the back of your hand to your low back or your outer right hip. Roll that left shoulder open. Plant your left hand onto the floor. We're going to come up. Take your right arm, stretch it straight out to the side, shoulder height. Flip your palm toward the ceiling, and then take the back of your hand to your low back. Feel your elbow lift, feel the head of your arm bone lift. Take that left ear toward your left shoulder and breathe. Nice long side of that right neck there. I'm gonna fix my microphone. You keep doing you. Yeah. Then take your right arm and you're gonna reach it forward and go for some circles here, out and around in one direction. And then take it the other way. You got it. And then right arm alongside your ear, pause here. Pull your belly button back toward your spine, step your left foot back, and then float that left foot up. Bend your left knee, press your heel up toward the ceiling, and maybe that right hand reaches around, grab for the top of your foot or the front of your ankle. Kick your foot into your hand, stretch your chest forward. Come back through your bird dog, inhale. When you exhale, right hand down, left leg's gonna stay straight. Drop the ball of your left foot to the mat, and now from here, kick your right leg up and back, down dog split. Roll out your ankle. Bend your knee and roll some circles here. And then take them in the other direction. That's it. Down dog split. Step your right foot up between your thumbs. Drop your back knee. Cat and cow right here. Inhale. Sink your hips, lift your chest. When you exhale, curl it in. Couple of rounds of those. Lift it up. Curl it in. One more. Feel your chest stretch forward. Draw your chin in toward your chest. Press into that right heel. On your inhale, Anjaneyasana, sweep your arms out. Reach them up. Feel your legs plug in. Low belly lifts. Take a breath in. When you exhale, slide your arms into cactus. Shoulder blades pull in. Feel your low ribs draw down, but your chest lift. Yeah. Inhale, reach your arms up. When you exhale, take your left hand down to the floor, roll it open into a twist right here. Now this right hand's gonna come down to the floor inside your right foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Walk yourself through Prasarita Padottanasana. Find this fold right here. Hello. A little side lean, kind of a little side lunge. Let yourself go side to side. Just rock it out. That's it. You're gonna walk your hands toward that right foot. Spin your right toes open. Plant your hands. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Spread those fingers. Feel your triceps wrap in toward your ears, sides of your body, nice and long. Inhale, come forward into plank. When you exhale, lower through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga, baby cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. And then pull it back again. Downward facing dog. Nice deep breath here. On your exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Find your table. Now that left arm's gonna reach. Find your stretch up, and now take it under. Thread the needle. Tops of your feet root down. Outer right hip's gonna pull back. Outer left hip pulls back. Roll it open. If you wanna take your right arm, reach it up. You can come into a little half bind right here. You got it. Release that right hand down to the mat. I'm gonna sweep your left arm out. Take it straight out to the side. Flip your palm toward the ceiling. Take the back of your hand to your low back. Elbow, head of the arm bone, it's all gonna lift up. Take your right ear now and just kind of angle it towards your right shoulder. Give your head a little shake. Bring your head back through center. Take this left arm and we're just gonna roll circles in one direction. Roll it in the other. Next time that left arm comes alongside your ear, pause there. Pull your belly button back toward your spine. Press into this right hand. Step your right foot back. Come onto the ball of your foot. Keep this lift through your low belly. Float your right leg up. Find your balance right here. And bend your knee, press up into your heel. Left hand's gonna reach back toward that right foot. Deep breath here. Back through your bird dog, slow and steady. Kick that right foot back, left arm forward. Left hand to the mat, ball of that right foot's gonna drop. Kick your left leg up and back, down dog split. When you get up there, roll out your ankle. Oh, bend your knee. Do some circles here, out and around. And then the other direction. You got it, kick that leg straight back. Gaze forward, step that left foot up. Drop your back knee. Fingertips stay on the floor or on the blocks if you want them. Cat and cow right here. Sink your hips, lift your chest up. When you exhale, we're gonna round in. Inhale, extend. Oh, exhale, curl it in. One more. Exhale, really press into that left foot around your upper back. On your inhale, take your arms, sweep them out and up. Anjaneyasana. Plug those legs in, sink your hips. When you exhale, cactus, right? Pull your shoulder blades in toward each other. Press your hands back behind you. Feel your low ribs tuck in. Inhale, reach your arms up. When you exhale, right hand comes down to the mat. Spin it open, find your twist. Oh. Bring your left hand down to the inside of your foot, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, walk yourself to the right, Prasarita Padottanasana. Nice easy side lunge, side to side. Yes. You got it. Walk yourself to the top of the mat. This time step it forward, Uttanasana, come all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. Exhale, dive it forward, Uttanasana, let it go. Halfway lift. Step your right leg back, pause here. Deep breath in, sink your hips. Exhale, step it back, plank. And vinyasa how you want to. If you want to, you can hold your plank. You can go straight back into down dog. Take your right leg, lift it up, stretch it back behind you. When you exhale, step your right foot up between your thumbs. We're gonna come up, crescent lunge. Press the floor away, rise up. Yeah. Soften your arms down, or your shoulders down a little bit. Okay, now this left arm's gonna come across. Another variation of our thread the needle. Take your right arm and hook. Feel that left arm bone plug back into that shoulder. Take your gaze over to the left. Bring your head back through center. Drop your right hand to your right thigh. Sweep your left arm out and up and all the way over to that right side. Kick some energy back through that left heel. Yeah. Take your left hand down to your thigh. Right arm is going to reach forward, up, and all the way back. You can let your gaze follow your hand. Right hand is going to drop to that back thigh. Scoop your tailbone. Feel this lift through your low belly. Take your left arm, reach it up. Exalted warrior. Inhale. When you exhale, top hand's going to come down to the floor. Lower your back knee. Windmill your right arm up. And again into this twist, you can add a quad stretch here. If you want to bend your left knee, grab for the pinky toe edge of that back foot. Yeah. Now you're going to drop your foot to the floor. Right hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Sweep your left foot toward your right one. And you're going to drop your knee. Right knee comes in. Yeah, I know. Take your knees a little bit wider. Flex your feet, shins parallel. You're going to lower down onto your forearms. Can I see you under there? Feel your low belly pull in and up. Knees as wide as you feel comfortable going. And then if you want, you can press into your elbows and push back a little bit so your weight presses back toward your heels. Try to relax your shoulders. One more breath here. It's not my favorite pose, but it's okay. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Gonna pull your feet in toward each other, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and then step or hop yourself into your Prasarita Padottanasana. So we're in this wide leg fold. Pull your heels in, toes point out, bend your knees, hands to your thighs. Excuse my back. We're coming into our goddess pose here. And you can kind of rock a little bit, side to side. Now here in your goddess, take your right shoulder, dip it in toward your left knee. Lengthen your spine, take your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, lift your chest through center. Exhale, you're gonna spin toward that right knee. Left shoulder dips. Take your gaze up over that right shoulder. Lift your chest, come back through center, take your arms, reach them up. Straighten your legs. We're gonna come into warrior one. Right toes point straight forward. Left foot just adjusts however it needs to. Soften through your shoulders, press into your feet, lift it up. Yeah. All right, hands to the mat. Step your back foot forward and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And let it go. Press the floor away. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive it all the way back down. We're gonna do it again. Halfway lift, strong legs. Step that left leg back, pause here, fingertips on the mat, back knee lifted, take a breath in. When you exhale, hands plant, step it back into plank, vinyasa if you want it. Pause in your down dog. Left leg's gonna lift, inhale, sweep it back. When you exhale, step it up between your thumbs. Crescent lunge. Come on up. Scissor those inner thighs. Sink your hips. Reach your arms up. Deep breath here. Now your right arm's going to cross in front of your chest. Hook that with the left. Ooh, this microphone. It's killing me right now. All right. Smush your arm into that left one. Pull your right arm bone back. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. It's a little sassy. What's up? Bring your head back through the middle. Left hand drops, take your right arm, sweep it out and up. Scoop through that tailbone. Take a lean over to the left side. Right hand drops to that left thigh. Left arm reaches forward, up, and all the way back. Feel your spine lift even here. Back leg straight and strong. Drop your left hand down. Scoop your tailbone, take your arm, reach it up. If you need to soften this back knee here to give you some relief, then go for it. Yes. Take your right hand down to the mat. Back knee is gonna lower down, windmill your left arm forward and up into this twist. You can pause in the twist here, or you can bend your back knee and reach for that right foot. Come into a little quad stretch. I say little. Really, it's huge. Yep. Release this right foot to the floor. Take your left hand down to the inside. Now your right foot's gonna sweep toward that left one. Left knee dips in. We do frog on this other side, right? It's really the same side, but opposite edges of the mat here. Come down onto your forearms. Ooh la la. Flex your feet, shins parallel. You can press your hips gently back toward your heels. And breathe. Wowza. Feel that low belly lift, support from your core. All right, and now shift your weight forward so you can pull your feet in a little bit, tuck your toes. Hands underneath, you're gonna lift your knees, walk yourself through your Prasarita Padottanasana, but don't go super wide here, because now you're gonna pull your heels in. Bend your knees, sink your hips, hands to your thighs. Come on up, we're back in our goddess here. You can rock a little bit side to side. Bring yourself through center. Inner thighs roll open as much as you can. Tailbone lengthens down. Dip this left shoulder in. Take your gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale it up through center. And dip it to the other side. Up through center. From here, press into your feet, straighten your legs, reach up. Now we're gonna spin toward those left toes. Warrior one, take a moment here. Feel that back heel press down. Right hip pulls forward. Virabhadrasana one, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and let it go. Oh, press into the floor. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Dive it all the way back down, let it go. Halfway lift. Step your right leg back. Pause it here, get nice and long, inhale. When you exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. Vinyasa if you want it. Downward facing dog. Take your right leg, lift it up, kick it back. Drag your knee into your nose. Inhale, kick it up and back. Bend your knee, stack your hip, open it up here. And now we're gonna drop back, so come onto the ball of that right foot. Sink your hips for a second, and then roll yourself open, wild thing. Feel your chest lift, feel your hips lift. Arc it up to the sky. Here we go. You're gonna windmill this top hand all the way down. Fallen triangle, right leg kicks through. And to the other edge of the mat. Drop your left heel, shift weight into your right hand. Same thing here, lift your hips. Oh. Windmill this top hand down. Come onto the outside edge of your right hip. Here it is. Come onto the ball of your left foot. Feel your left hip roll in toward your inner right thigh. Flex your right foot. We're gonna lengthen up. Dying warrior, come out and over. And just pause here. Now here's our one of our last options. I think this is our last thread the needle. Here we go. You're gonna take this left arm and we're gonna thread it underneath. And maybe you can come onto that left shoulder. Oh, I can't go all the way down, but maybe you can play with going down onto that left shoulder, your left ear. Super big stretch for me. Oh, hopefully it is for you too, but not too much. Slide this left arm out. Come back up onto your hands. Now from here, you're gonna lift your chest. Spin so your butt is on the floor. Toes up to the sky. Take your left arm to the top of your thigh, to your inner thigh here. Sweep your right arm up and over. Kick through your right heel. Feel your right side sitting bone anchor itself into the floor. Press into your heels. Inhale, come all the way up. Your right hand's gonna come behind you. Lean into your right hand. Press into your heels. Here we go. We're gonna lift the hips. What? Oh, drop your butt to the floor. Okay, so now your right leg is kind of out to the side, right? Like 90 degrees to your mat. You're gonna take your left leg, spin it in, and now both legs kick out in front. So now you're at like 9 o'clock. Your legs are at like 9 o'clock, right? Pull your heels in. So both knees are bent. Right hand comes behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Take your left hand around. Just give yourself a twist right here. Feel your low back, draw in and up. Feet rooted into the mat. If you like to sneak your left arm around, you can do that. And now from here, you're gonna let your knees drop in. Take your left hand to this left or this right knee and spin it into an even bigger twist. Left sitting bone can lift up off the floor. Bring yourself through center. We're gonna fold over this right shin. Left leg just kind of bent out to the left. It's all good. You can 90-degree angle that left leg if you want a little more intensity, or you can keep your heel drawn in toward your butt. And actually, if you wanted a little thread the needle right here, you could thread the left arm through. Look at that, there's a bonus thread. If you've got the thread, you're gonna slide it out. Bring your hands underneath you. Shift your weight forward, step it back. Oh my goodness, downward facing dog, pedal it out. Take your gaze forward and make your way to the top of the mat. You can hop it if you want it. Walk it if you don't. Halfway lift, lengthen out. And fold. Press into your feet, come all the way up. Oh my goodness, here we go. Second side, exhale, dive it forward. Halfway lift. Step your left leg back. Inhale, lengthen your spine here. Exhale, plank. Vinyasa if you want it. Chest and chin forward, elbows in, shoulders up. Oh, we almost crash landed there. Upward facing dog. Oh, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, inhale. When you exhale, pull your knee into your nose. Inhale, kick it up and back. Bend your knee, stack your hip, open it up. We're gonna go for a Kamatkarasana, right, wild thing. Drop the ball of your foot back behind you. Let your hips sink down for a second here. Press into the floor. Lift yourself up. Feel your chest lift. Oh. Now your left hand's gonna come down to the floor. Spin it around. Left leg kicks underneath. Fall in triangle. Drop that right heel. Lift your hips here. Yes. Then the right hand can come down. We're gonna lower this outer left hip. Lengthen your spine. Roll onto the ball of your back foot. Feel yourself come all the way down toward the floor. All right, so you have the option, you can stay right here. If you want a little bit more, maybe you walk your elbows over to the left. If you want a lot a bit more, we thread here. This right arm comes underneath. Oh, does it? Not on this side. Maybe that right shoulder drops toward the floor. Maybe you're like me and your upper back is made of concrete. And it doesn't move ways. It's all good. However far you get into it, just enjoy. Right, we're here. All right, slide that right arm out. Bring your hands in. Come all the way up. You're gonna drop onto this right side. And now your right arm comes out. Top of the thigh, inner thigh, a little Upavista Konasana side stretch here. Feel this left side glue itself down. Left sitting bone, roll it open. Oh, it's tight on that side. Press into your heels. Inhale, come all the way up. Left hand's gonna hit the floor. Lean back into your left hand, press into your heels, and it may feel like we're lifting mountains. We're moving mountains here. But press down, lean it kind of over that wrist, and then lift up. And drop your butt back down to the floor. Gonna lengthen up here and just fold between both legs. Upavista Konasana. Flex your feet. Press the tops of your thighs down. On your inhale, you wanna feel length up. When you exhale, your chest is gonna come up and then out and over. And you make it as far down as you can, right? This is where it stops for me. Too much pull in my hamstrings. It's not worth the push. If you want to go lower, you go lower. If you don't, if this is really challenging for you and your pelvis is like rolling back, bring your hands behind you and roll toward the front of your sitting bones. There's an option for everybody here. And when you inhale, you're gonna round yourself up. Bring this right leg and you're gonna kick it in line with the left. So now we're at like 3 o'clock, I suppose, to the top edge of the mat. Pull your heels in. Wrap this right arm around, lengthen up, take your left hand behind you. Give yourself a twist right here. Okay, and you're gonna release this. Let your knees just kind of domino in. Lengthen up, and we're just gonna take yourself toward the top edge of the mat, coming out and over this leg here. If you want more juice, you can bring this shin parallel. You can work a little bit deeper into that left hip. If you want even more juice, there's an opportunity to thread right here. That right arm's gonna reach under. Oh. I need one of those needle threaders for this side. You know, the little cheat thing that you stick through the eye of the needle and then pull the thread through. I need one of those for this side. Oh, goodness. All right, slide yourself out, however you are. Press into your hands, come on up, and now your legs are gonna swing to the top edge of the mat. Pull your feet in, roll yourself all the way down onto the floor. Hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a little rock here. And you may find that you want another twist here. Maybe it feels good just to hang with your knees drawn in. Maybe a happy baby would feel good. Give yourself a minute to do what your body wants. We just did a lot of twisting, so don't feel like you have to if you don't want to do another twist. A supine twist might feel good and relaxing for you though. And then you're going to tuck your knees back into your chest and let yourself lay out for a couple of breaths. Feel your shoulder blades underneath you, arms out. If you want to layer up into something warmer, grab a blanket to throw over you. Turn the lights off, lower the shades, all the things. Take a couple of breaths just to make this really kind of cozy. Come back into your breath. Do your best to keep your attention right there on the rhythm of your breath. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back. No big deal. You need to stay here as long as you want. If you're ready to come back into your day, you're going to let your breath deepen. Welcome subtle movements back through your fingers and your toes. Gently draw your knees into your chest. And roll onto your right side. And press into the strength of your arms. Come on up. Work your way into a comfortable seat. Pause here at the very end of all the things. Close your eyes, feel your shoulders relax down, but the crown of your head stretch up. And if you'd like, you can bring your palms together in front of your heart, or bring a hand to your heart and just bow your head. Take a moment to thank yourself for making the time. I know it's not always easy, so say quiet thanks to yourself, to your body and your breath, and this practice that always seems to deliver exactly what you need. I know it does for me. I hope this practice hit the spot for you. Let me know in the comments what you think, and make it a fantastic day. Share with a friend all of the things you know, and I will see you again soon.